The Permission to Start Dreaming Foundation was established in 2011 in Gig Harbor, Washington. My soldier son, Kyle Marshall Farr, struggled greatly after he returned from Iraq. He was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury. He lost his life at 27, but the love must go somewhere, and so my love for him went to honoring his military service and trying to save other soldiers who struggle poorly after they shed their warrior clothes.
Hello, my name is Sue Braaten. My husband built the Best Western Wesley Inn over 25 years ago when there was no place to stay in Gig Harbor. Leslie was going through a very hard time of grieving after her son Kyle passing, and she had started running to just for therapy to cope, and she was going, I want to do a race. And I go, great. She knew I was a runner. We were talking. I was just so excited. And I said, go talk to Miguel down the street. She'd never met him before. And I said, he will get you started. And he surely did. And the rest is history. It's been great.
Well, my name is Miguel Galeana. I am the manager and owner of Route 16 Running and Walking, which is what you see behind me. Route 16 Running and Walking was established in 2008 here in Gig Harbor, where we primarily do inserts. Footwear is what we're known for. But I would say more than anything, it's a small business retail that really likes to be involved with the community. So putting on events, running specifically, there's no question that it helps build what we have, which is the retail side of it, right? And so having collaboration with any running event, walking event, anything that's outdoorsy, it's kind of part of our culture to want to be part of it. The question becomes, what's the goal, what's the objective, and what have you. And so obviously when I met Leslie, it was pretty easy to fall in love with the idea of what we were trying to accomplish. So when somebody comes up to you and asks, do you want to help us put on an event to fundraise for this or that? The first thing you ask is, how much time do we have? And so that was kind of the first question we had. What's the distance? What's all that stuff? And so it's pretty much doing everything for the first time. Now, fortunately, having the background in race directing, that helps because you know the connections. But at the same time, if you haven't done it with the local city officials, you don't know what you're going to get. So there is that commonality of like, here's what you do, but you also have a new area that you're working with. So in the first few years, yeah, there was no question. You're doing everything grassroots, which you're involved pretty much with everything. Because the harbor is such a small, very hilly environment, it's really challenging to do anything above a 5K or an 8K or a 10K. So when the half marathon was suggested by Miss Leslie, I definitely got a little nervous about that. Because 13 miles is 13 miles, so very challenging.
It was hard. Did the half marathon, and I'm gonna say my friend Laura lost her toenail. There's a lot of uphills. It was super hard. And there was a point where Laura came out of one of the communities, one of the small housing communities. They were like mile 11, and I had asked Laura, how was it? And she said, oh, it's not that bad. And she said when she turned that corner, she knew that she was lying to me. It was the hardest thing ever. I remember literally like stopping at one point saying like, what the heck have I got myself into? The hills were horrible, but the end of it, and I was having to pile into one car just to drive to our cars down the street. That's how bad it hurt. But it was fun, and it is a memory that I'll never forget. My name is Saudi McVea. I am the program director for Warrior PATHH. I served in the military in the U.S. Air Force for 41 years. The first year I did Race for a Soldier was in 2014. A group of us, a group of my friends, some that I served with, some that were in law enforcement, and we just ran just for fun, a big group just for camaraderie, and really just to be there together, because we would do a lot of runs back then.
I've been running the race since the first one. I did have to miss one race when my back was out. I offered to offer the hotel as a home base for originally for their meetings, because the foundation didn't have an office in the beginning, and it's just a natural when you have space to share it with others, especially for such a great cause. One of the many things that impact people is the quality of the race, and they leave inspired. I had a gal come that had heard about the race from the East Coast. She came to run in her brother's memory, and I remember checking her in at the front desk, and there was another guest standing by, and she was talking to me about her brother. She had lost her brother in the military, and she wanted to do this in his memory. And so then the guest that was checking in on the other counter, he said, well, I want to help. And he gave her some money to, sponsor her as a runner. I think people just catch the vision and catch the inspiration of it all, and it can really be life-changing.
So in 2017, I was deployed, and I lost my son Bryce to suicide. And it's even before Bryce was buried, I actually reached back to the foundation. I didn't know Leslie Mayne. I didn't know really what that meant, other than that I knew that there was a mom that had a very similar story to mine. And so when I reached out to the foundation and I just said, I'm a mom and I'm hurting, and Leslie actually reached out to me the day that my son was being interred and let me know that, hey, we can meet and we can talk. And that's really what then started for me, that understanding what that race really meant, because I didn't know it in 2014, and in 2017 I needed that latch of what that looked like. I needed the connection to understand what it means to hurt, and I was a mom that was truly hurting.
I've been fortunate enough that towards the end of the last few years, I've walked away as the main director with a co-director, and so I've had the pleasure of being in the middle of the race and video recording, and then making my way back to the finish to actually enjoy that process. Because yes, when you first start this, you don't get to see all that. And then of course, one of my favorite things now actually is to wait for Miss Sue to finish her event, and it's just one of the more pleasurable things to watch, because I believe she's done it from the beginning, and so that's one of my favorite things now, is to watch some of those guys at the end, and you can see how incredibly challenging it was, number one, and for them to finish, it was pretty awesome. So yeah.
If someone's on the fence about running the race, I would say just do it. Quite honestly, you won't regret it. So there is love within the crowd as well. Every step that you take on the race, there's somebody on the side rooting you on. And then really to know, like, what does it mean? What is the end piece of what that race can mean for somebody? It's powerful. I can't tell you how much, but there's a lot of love when you're running the race. Yeah, you can feel it everywhere, and it helps you to get to the last mile.
I think if you're on the fence about the race, I would say get online, sign up, because no matter what, you can come out and walk with the rest of us. You will not be sorry. To see the community come out in such great support, it's fun, it's energizing, and you will not be sorry that you do it.